shining bright, cause I'm really grinding. They ask me if I'm real. I say, yeah, you said, my daughter gon' love this bitch here. All my diamonds shine, cause they really diamonds. Bad bitches in line, they be really trying.
Hello, my name is Alma, and welcome to my first podcast. Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
I made him believe. A lyrical songwriter and he could sing. Bringing in money like raking and leave.
Today, I want to talk about a show called American Greed. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys today, this is my first podcast. Today is I'm just enjoying this lovely Sunday evening. So anyways, I want to talk about a show called American Greed. It comes on CNBC. I'm not sure what day or time specifically that it comes on. I just have it set to record on my DVR and I watch it on Sundays, like binge watch whatever it's recorded during the week or whatever, or 2 weeks, wherever, how long it is. I'll just go in there and I'll look at it and just, watch it. Well, I'm pretty much addicted to the show, so I haven't seen any newer episodes, but lately they've just been reruns. But I didn't have cable for a long time, so these are all new to me. Like the one I saw today was like from 2008, and it's 2016, but it's still new to me, so I don't care. So anyways, this particular show was called The Deadly Pharmacy for Greed. And the show was about a pharmacist named Robert Courtney in Kansas City, Missouri. And what this pharmacist was doing, he was diluting chemo medication for cancer patients. He was diluting the medication for profit. And I'll get deeper into that to explain how he was diluting it and, what the profit that he made, which was a big, large profit. So anyways, myself personally, being a cancer survivor, I don't really talk about it that much because I don't like people to just, ask so many questions because it really, really gets on my nerves. But I am a cancer survivor, even though I've said it twice. And I said I don't talk about it much, but I still do. But anyways, and I got very emotional when I was watching this show. Like, I've watched tons of American Greed, and I've seen how people just for sheer profit have ruined the lives of other people, and it hurts me because it's sad, especially you got like old people who have like pretty much invested their whole retirement fund in a person that says they have this big business or whatever, and these people blow their retirement fund and, they have no remorse for it. And you do get a little sad, especially me having parents who are at the retirement age. And I couldn't even imagine someone doing that to them. But, of course, my mom, she wouldn't give nobody no money that she don't know. So, or my stepdad. So, not to say these people are dumb. It's just that, these con artists, they are so good at manipulating people and like telling people what they want to hear. And that just makes easy for people, trusting people to, believe in them, believe in this dream that they're selling them. And they just give them tons of money. I watched one yesterday. This guy gave this one man $19 million. I'm just like, who? And I mean, he had a fairly good business, but this is part of his retirement. I'm like, who just gives somebody $19 million? I don't even think Puff Daddy would just give somebody $19 million. Russell Simmons, any other millionaires would just give somebody that they barely know $19 million. But this guy did. And of course, this guy ended up screwing him over. But that's another episode. I want to get back down to the one about Robert Courtney. Okay. So, this guy, he pretty much, when he started off, What happened was that this doctor, her name was Berta Hunter, and she was noticing that her patients, because most people, chemotherapy patients, when they go for their chemo treatments, some of the side effects, of course, is fatigued, stomach hurting, hair loss, all the normal stuff. And she was noticing none of her patients were doing that. I mean, you don't want your patients to suffer all the bad things, all the bad, the bad symptoms of chemotherapy, but you know that if none of them are having any of these symptoms, then something's wrong. And so one particular patient that they interviewed, I didn't get her name, but she had said that, her first 3 treatments, they were, she had the normal symptoms like I discussed. And then like her 4th treatment she went in, she was just like, she didn't have any symptoms. And so her and her husband, they were just like, oh yeah, maybe she's just getting used to these symptoms. But no, she had, Dr. Hunter had sent her prescription to the pharmacist in the building where her doctor's office was at, and where Robert Courtney, the pharmacist, where he was, not Dr. Courtney, excuse me, the pharmacist Robert Courtney was located. And so this is when everything went downhill. So anyways, this guy was diluting, because like what do pharmacists do? They'll get a vial of a powdered substance of chemotherapy, and then I guess they would do half and half. They put it in like those bags where where you get the little drip. I still can't think of the name, but what I'm talking about. And so anyways, they put that with, I think it's like that with saline. But this doctor, he was taking 1 dosage, spread it within 3 drip bags, and he would put the saline. And so some of these people were only getting like 14% of the medicated of the proper dosage they needed for each treatment. And so this is what, just looking at this man was like looking at the devil himself. Like, what person would do that to people? These people are fighting for their lives. They are fighting to live, to be here on this earth for their families, their children, their significant others. And this man just thought to play God, playing with these people's lives. And, I'll get into it, but a lot of people died because they were not getting the proper treatment. Dosage and medication that they needed, that they depended on. And me being a cancer patient, I didn't take chemotherapy even though the doctors told me I needed to. But some people who are at stage 3 cancer, they need this medication. This is their only hope. Despite surgery, they need chemotherapy. And just for somebody to just sit there and just do this to people just to make money. And so what he was doing, since he was taking 1 vial, 1 dosage that was meant for 1 bag, and he would put saline with the powder dosage, and since he was taking 1 dosage and splitting it up for 3, of course he would put saline just so, to make, and so it's hard to detect. So anyways, each 1 dosage, was $500. The pharmacist would pay $500 for it, but after he's diluted, he can sell it to the patient for $1,000. That's the legal, normal way to do it. But since he was taking 1 dosage that he paid $500 for and split it up with 3, he was making, and of course selling them for $1,000 a piece. He was making a total profit of $2,500. And it's crazy to me, where he would normally make, I guess, $1,500. So anyways, this guy, long story short, a lot of people died. And even when Dr. Vert Hunter, when she started noticing her patients weren't getting any bad symptoms from the chemo, she went to the FBI. And so then what they did was that she went back and she She went back and she got some more medicine from him, took it to a lab, and of course they showed that some of the medicine had 0%. It was just straight saline. It had no chemotherapy drugs in it. So anyways, a long story short, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. A lot of people died, of course, which makes it sad. And a lot of civil suits were brought upon this guy. A lot of people, some people got money back from some of these, but it's still, that money does not replace your loved one. It does not replace it. It's just like, I have this money, but where is my husband? Where is my sister? Where is my wife? You know, they're dead because of this man. And they only gave this guy 30 years. And once, before he even got sentenced, he said he only had affected 34 patients. But actually, he finally opened up a whole nother can of worms and said that he didn't just dilute cancer patients' medicine. He diluted diabetic patients, fertility treatments, and even patients with HIV. He diluted. Anything that he could dilute, he diluted and made a profit of it. So it came to be a total of 72 different types of medications he had diluted since 1992. A total of 98,000 prescriptions he diluted for 400 doctors. Keep in mind, these doctors had nothing to do. Thanks to Dr. Hunter for reporting this guy that this came to a stop. A total of 4,200 patients were affected. And this guy had the nerve. He finally cried because he had like this weird straight looking face. He finally cried and said one patient by the name of Douglas Frazier hurt him. So out of the 400 people, the 4,200 people that you either killed or could have, they probably could have had been over with all their treatments. You were only touched by one person because he was so nice. Like, really? It's just devil himself. Well, anyways, I'm done. Thanks for listening to my first podcast, and I hope to see you guys back here. Talk with you guys back here soon. Thank you.
I was just trying to get paper to sneeze. That was a blessing. She's special to you. I don't look at her special. Actually, I treat her regular. Not being seen, we not making no spectacle. Gates had a first and he gave it to Kevin. All the above, we do all the etc. We're scared of the fence.